So I get a lot of questions as to how having a strong why in the workplace is helpful to the energy that you bring to the workplace. And that's a very, very good question, because I say your why is the fuel to the reason why you do anything. You know, we have those 5 W's: the who, the what, the where, the when, the why, and then the how, you know. So the why is what really makes you do anything that you do and do it well. That why. Simon Sinek says, start with why, you know, because it's a concept that emphasizes that people or organizations focus on why they do what they do rather than just what they do. So you want to see the why. Now, when I started this, my growth journey, and I used to hear people say, why? Why do you want to heal? Why is it important to you to heal? Why is it important to you to do better? Why is it important to you to love in a different way? Why is it important to you to serve? You know, I couldn't really place the why. I could say, oh, this is what I want. And when they say why, I'll be like, I don't know. You know, we're so used to saying that I don't know. Meanwhile, if you really sit down and ask yourself that question, why, you do know. But we're lazy. We're lazy to know why we want to do what we do, but we're masters at knowing why we don't want to do it. And most times, why we don't want to do it is forefront for us. We're like, I don't want to go there, so that if I go there, they will not. We're so used to saying what we don't want. But we're saying now that you should switch your why to only what you want. Because when you know the reason why you want to achieve what you want to achieve, then and then only would you be able to show up with that level of excellence. Let me put it that way. So imagine you sit down and you say, okay, I want to be, for example, some people say, one of the things I say is, I want to raise 10 billion wholesome, healthy human beings all over the world who are living a life of meaning and purpose. When I ask myself why, and you know, people stop at the first why. I learned from Dean Graziosi that you don't stop at the first why. You go deeper and deeper and deeper until you touch your heart's response to why. The first one most times is your head, oh, because I want to help people. It's not enough. Why do you want to help people? And I've put so many people on the spot before asking them these questions, and they're unable to answer. Why do you want to? You just say, oh, because I love people. That's not enough. Why do you love people? Oh, because I want to see people happy. And when I see people happy, it makes me happy. What is it that makes you happy about how other people are happy? Then you start to go down. When I did a 7-level deep why, I found out that the reason why I want to raise healthy people and wholesome people and people who are living a life of meaning and purpose was because I didn't have that life. I didn't grow up believing that I was wholesome or healthy and I was living a meaningful life. I just went with the crowd. I was drifting away in the world. And Outwitting the Devil says, the book by Napoleon Hill, says 97% of the people are drifters, or 98%, only 2% dream, right? And that dream is from your why, because you are thinking, I can do this. And what's that why? The reason why I want to do this is because I will make one other girl happy. Why do you need to know your why? Because when the wahala comes, because it will come, when the storms come, your why, the more grounded you are in your why, is the equivalent of the stronger and the resilient you will be. Go and write that down. When I think about giving up sometimes and say, do I need to keep doing all these videos? What is it even doing for? Then I remember there might be one girl out there, just one girl, who needed to hear my videos, who needed to hear my voice, who needed to learn something from me. Would her blood not be on my head? And the moment I will say that to myself, you will see a ginger from nowhere spring up, and I'm up and I'm out. Now, how does that relate in the workplace? Why are you working where you're working? In Nigeria, we say it's conditions that make crayfish bend. And I'm trying to even see how to express that in English. You are doing what you are doing because you don't have a choice. I think that's the best way to say it. So I'm just driving because I don't have a choice. If I had a choice, I would not be driving. And my question is, somebody will drive. Somebody will do the driving work. Somebody will sit down in the passenger seat Imagine if the driver takes that job so passionately that he drives with all of him because he understands his own role in the society. And then the oga or whoever is sitting down in the car, the passenger who is sitting down in the car, also understands his own role in the society. You that you're in the workplace, for example, you're a secretary or you're a cleaner, because you understand how intricate and integral your part is and your role is to the organization, that when people come there and they see how sparkling clean their offices are, they can work from a more clean place and they're more creative. How do you think you feel when you are cleaning? Would you be frowning your face when you are cleaning and say, oh, this foolish woman just called me to help her do this, that stupid man? No, you'll be doing it with a big smile on your face because you know your importance and your relevance and in the organization. And without you, that company cannot function. Most people are in jobs. They're not operating on a work level. They're operating their jobs. By the time they give you a job description, what happens? You're not thinking out of the box anymore. You just go there and they say, I should be painting from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Paint is all I will do. Meanwhile, you have the capacity to do other things and come there thinking about how to better yourself and better the organization at the same time. That's who a worker is. You take it as if it's your own and you put everything into it. And you are doing it for self-development, but also the development of the organization. Think about it. If you woke up every morning thinking, how can I bring my best self to the organization that I'm working? And how can I make today very effective for myself to the point where I learn, but I also help my organization move the needle to the next and help them make money because I came there with excellence. Why? Because everything you do comes from a place of excellence. Why? Because at some point, you looked for excellence, you couldn't find it, you had to become it. And so now you're an example of what excellence is everywhere you go. See how powerful that is? Just because you made the why important to you. Some people are here, they're house managers, or they call them house girls in Nigeria, or house boys, or drivers, or cleaners, or cooks. And you think, I have a menial job, nobody respects me. I have some of them in my house. Without them, I cannot function. Without my house manager, without the support staff that I have, I cannot function. Why? Because I am only but one. I will go to the office, I will work, I will do my private business, I will write books, I will create courses, and I also have to live and love myself and enjoy my life. So I need support. I need them. So they're just as integral to my life as I am to their life. Because yes, I pay them a salary. However, if I didn't have them, I would not be able to do some of the things that I'm doing, i.e. sitting down in front of this camera and speaking to you. So, how do you look at yourself? And why do you choose to look at yourself that way in whatever role you play? Are you a cleaner? Clean as though your life depended on it. Are you a driver? Drive as though your life and service is to humanity. Are you a secretary? Do it with all of you. Are you a boss? Same thing. Be a leader that people look up to, that are happy to work under because you exude excellence. Be that person. You admire some people and say, oh, I wish I was like that person. You can be like that person or even better just by changing your mindset and understanding that your why is what will guide you to doing what you need to do. Some people are just working for a paycheck, but some people are working for an impact. Be the person that works for impact, not just for paycheck. Be the person that works even if you have to leave that place, they will say, I cannot find anybody like Diola. It will be so difficult to replace you. That's the person you want to be like. Where they will search, they will even know that as you leave, we cannot find anybody that can replace you. However, we're happy to let you go because you need to grow. Be that person. When they ask you to do something, go an extra mile. Don't say, they only asked me to do X, Y, Z. That's what I'm going to do. Sometimes you even make suggestions. Your bosses may say no. So make another suggestion. Make another suggestion. If they say no again, make another one. Because the truth is, they're not going to take your suggestions all the time. It's not going to happen all the time. But keep keep growing yourself. Keep being that person of value, whereby in meetings you raise up your hand and say, I want to give my own points. Even as a cleaner, I remember listening to something where they said, whether it was in Coke or in Guinness, some one of those organizations, the cleaner gave them such a brilliant idea that made them do something so phenomenal. And it took the company to the next level. Why? Because the cleaner was bold enough to say, I've got a suggestion. And everybody else too was bold enough to listen to her and understand that she was an integral part of the organization. What role are you playing today? It doesn't even matter. Even if it's a job that you wish you had something else, why not do the one that you have in your hand excellently? And then start to prepare yourself for the next one, because the same you will not bag a better job because your mind is already in a whack place. But if you had a great mindset, an optimistic, open mindset, when people say, oh, let's go this way, you say, let's try it. Let's try it. Sometimes in my workplace, I'll say, let's give it a try. What's the worst that will happen? We won't get it, or we'll get it. But at least we gave it a shot. We gave it a try. You want to do the same thing as well. Okay? I just want you to know that you need to try these things out. You will see how your life will change. Love and light. My name is Adiola.